Hello friends, it is Sarah Kate or at JustSaySK on Instagram. I am here today to answer another gender question, this time specifically about the specialization that I chose to not have nipples when I got top surgery. So I get this question all of the time. People probably ask me every single day why I don't have nipples and why I chose not to have nipples. So I thought if I make a video, I can send this link to the people who ask me, and if I make it general enough, other people who've also chosen not to have nipples after top surgery, who I'm sure get similar questions about this, can use this video as a tool to educate others when they ask, why don't you have nipples and what contributed to you not wanting nipples? So here goes. Here are the reasons why I chose during my non-binary top surgery to opt out of nipple grafts completely, and here's why it's the best thing for me. So reason number one why I chose and why many people choose not to have nipple grafts during top surgery is for healing reasons. So when you choose not to get nipple grafts during top surgery, you can shower on day 3, which means your healing process post-op is so much quicker because people who opt for nipple grafts usually have to wait 10 days to 2 weeks to shower. So nipple grafts are the most common area of problem or complication post-op top surgery. Many people get nipple grafts and it works out totally fine for them. However, if you are going to have a complication, more often than not, it's in your nipple grafts. Here's some of the things that could go wrong with nipple grafts. Your nipple grafts don't take, meaning that they don't adhere all the way, one or both have to be removed later on, etc. Number 2 is that you never regain sensation or you only regain partial sensation. Number 3 is that they just take so much longer to heal than the DI scars do, which is double incision. So the healing process is much longer. Additionally, it's important to point out that people with connective tissue issues or healing disorders in general have a really hard time getting top surgery because of nipple grafts. They're often steered away from it and told that it won't be good for their body. So a great option instead of not having top surgery completely would just be to remove the nipple grafts and have a DI, as I did. So reason number 2 that I didn't want nipple grafts really had nothing to do with physicality. It was much more mental for me. So this one is that I didn't want to pass as cis. I hear all the time from people, well, you were a woman with nipples, and if you want to get top surgery to be a man, they have nipples too. But I'm non-binary, and this means that I don't align with male or female. Therefore, I don't necessarily want my chest to look male or female. I just wanted a really neutral blank slate with no nipples. So yes, both men and women have nipples, but I'm not a man or a woman. Hence, no nipples. I didn't want to appear as a cis man because that would be just as dysphoric for me as appearing as a cis woman, which is why I wanted to get top surgery in the first place, because I was dysphoric by being gendered at all. I just want to exist as me without someone attaching a gender onto me. So to go to the beach or a public pool and to take my shirt off and to have a male appearing chest would make me just as dysphoric as having nipples on breasts and a female appearing chest. So having no nipples and having that totally blank slate was definitely the best option for me aesthetically. I really just liked the look, and the healing is also a benefit. So now we know that opting out of nipple grafts makes your healing quicker. It can benefit your aesthetics if you're looking for a more non-binary appearing look or a very neutral slate if you don't want to be gendered. And number 3 is that I never liked sensation in my nipples to begin with, so it's definitely a win-win to completely get rid of them and never worry about it again. I hated when my nipples would get hard in the cold. It made me feel uncomfortable because it brought attention to my chest. On top of that, I didn't like them being touched in a sexual way. It didn't really give me pleasure. It just made me feel weird. That may have something to do with my sensory processing disorder, or possibly just that I had very sensitive nipples. However, I'm happy that they're no longer there because I don't have the worry of things brushing or rubbing against them anymore and feeling uncomfortable. So Those are my 3 main reasons, but there's a bunch of other little reasons. For example, shirts lay flat on me, no issues. I can get a tattoo. A side note here. You may be asking yourself, what if I have some sort of healing disorder or connective tissue problems and I don't want to get nipples because of my health reasons, but I like the way it looks because I want nipples on my chest? A lot of people opt for nipple tattoos. There are even 3D nipple tattoos, and they are the coolest thing ever. I personally don't want to get nipple tattoos, although my blank slate here allows for a chest piece, which is going to be coming soon. So for people who want nipples, but they don't want their actual nipples put back on, tattoos are a great way to do this. And this is becoming more and more common after top surgery for non-binary and gender non-conforming folks to get their nipples tattooed on instead. Along those same lines, there's a bunch of nipple prosthetics that you can buy post-top surgery if you don't opt for nipple grafts as well. There are a ton of businesses that are trans and queer friendly, as well as trans and queer owned, who create these prosthetics that you can put on and off as you'd like for whatever situation that you're in, where you feel comfortable, so that you can use nipples to appear cis and to pass as cis for safety or just for your want or need. Or you can take them off and be no nips, which is another great option as an alternative to nipple grafts. So with all this being said, I think it's really important to note that plenty of trans people get nipple grafts and they love them. They heal fine, they look great, they regain sensation, and all of the above. However, that doesn't mean that that's the only option. And there are plenty of surgeons out there who still say that that's your only option. So make sure if you don't want nipples for whatever reason, the reasons that I've listed or any of your own, make sure that you find a surgeon who is willing to do nippleless top surgery for you. Because although it is new, you should advocate for yourself and make sure that you get the surgery that you want and you need. So whatever makes you feel good and euphoric in your body, nipples or no nipples, make sure you and your surgeon are on the same page. So while nipples are definitely for some trans folks after top surgery, they're not for everyone. So if you see someone without nipples, either me, who you've asked this question to, or someone else who sent you this video who you asked this question to, or you were curious to learn more, there are plenty of additional resources about this online. So feel free to look up nippleless top surgery, non-binary top surgery specializations to learn more. And you can always check out my Instagram again, at JustSaySK, that has a whole highlight about my top surgery journey, my post-op recovery, and more reasons why I chose not to get nipples. So thank you for your curiosity about why I chose not to have nipples. I hope this educated you. I hope this helped clear up some confusion. And if you have any additional questions, please remember that not all trans and gender nonconforming folks like to answer questions about their bodies, especially about their nipples. The general rule of thumb is that if you wouldn't want someone to ask you that question about your body, don't ask a trans person. However, I myself am an open book and I'm always happy to educate and help. So if you don't know if somebody welcomes your questions, come to me instead. You can reach me on my Instagram at JustSaySK to ask me any questions about gender or sexuality or for more resources. So whether you have nips or no nips or one nip or post-op nips or pre-op nips, I am very happy to have educated you today. And now, before we leave, I'm going to show you real quick my top surgery results. I'm 6 months post-op, and I'm going to show you what it looks like as it is healed with no nipples. So this is my chest, almost 6 months post-op, no nipples. To me, this looks so normal now because I look down and I see this all the time. And I also have plenty of online friends who also chose no nipples. So this is a normal chest to me, but I do realize that some people, when they see my chest for the first time or see somebody's chest without nipples for the first time, how they could be a bit confused or have questions. So I hope all of what I said today answered your questions. And if you have any additional ones, just reach out.